Hi, in the video of today I've done some apple cinnamon cupcakes with caramel cream cheese frosting. They're delicious for this Christmas. You can do them especially for Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or whenever really. But it's perfect for autumn. I just don't know why the apple and cinnamon just go very well, don't they? That it's just like the perfect time for autumn. Every time I think of apple and cinnamon, I think of autumn. So these are the next ingredients. So the ingredients are 150 grams of butter. We've got in 2 bowls here, we've got 80 grams of brown sugar and 75 grams of white sugar. We need 220 grams of flour, 2 eggs, 60 milliliters of milk. So we need a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, teaspoon and a half of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ginger, and just a bit of salt. Teaspoon of vanilla. Need 1 yogurt or sour cream, and that is 2 apples grated. All the measurements and the ingredients are in the info box. So we put the butter into the bowl and the 2 sugars, and we start mixing until it's nice and smooth. When the 2 sugars and the butter is mixed, I'm gonna add 1 egg at a time. Remember they're 2, so I add 1, mix, and then I add the next one when it's well mixed. So when the eggs are mixed in well with the sugar and the butter, I'm going to put a yogurt in. I put a yogurt because, well, you can buy sour cream, but in Spain it's quite hard to buy sour cream in like normal supermarkets, so that's why I put just natural yogurt. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste. If you're not going to have vanilla paste, you can put vanilla extract. In the flour bowl where I've just left behind, okay, I'm going to put the cinnamon, the baking powder, the salt and the ginger. I'm going to mix them all together and then start adding them bit by bit into the wet ingredients. I'm going to add as well half of the milk, so when that's mixed in I'll just carry on with the other half. So I've mixed the rest of the flour and the milk, and now I'm going to put the grated apples. There's 2 grated apples. If you want to put more, put some more, or if you want to put less, then great, but I think 2 is enough. Now we start mixing it all together. I only need to mix it about 30 seconds. It's just to combine them all together. So that's how the mixture is at the end. It's quite creamy, and you can see the lumps, and that's just the apples, the grated apples. So we're just going to start putting the muffin cases into our muffin tray, and we've put the oven at 190 degrees as well, so start preparing the oven as well. So I use one of the ice cream spoons. If you're not got an ice cream spoon, you can use a spoon, a normal spoon, and we need 3/4 of the muffin case. So these are the muffin cases that I've got. It would have been nice if they were Christmassy, but I didn't have any. So you could use any one really. It's nicer if it's for Christmas than Christmas ones, but you can use which one you want really. I'm going to bang it a bit onto the surface and just wiggle it a bit. It's just to try and get the mixture at the bottom and no hair sticks into the muffin cases. So I'm going to put it in the oven at 190 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. If you put a toothpick inside and it comes out clean, well, you know it's done. So you just keep an eye on it. So for the caramel, we are going to need 175 grams of sugar, 50 milliliters of water, 100 milliliters of cream, and just a spoon of butter. So we're going to start with the caramel, and we're going to put the sugar and the water into a pan. We're going to put it in medium heat. Gotta be very careful with caramel because it will burn so easy from 1 minute to another. So we've got to keep an eye on it all the time. Do not leave that place. As soon as you leave that place, that's it. Gone. Caramel burnt. And it always happens. So just keep your eyes on it. Don't put any spoon to move it, just move it, wiggle it with your hand, but don't leave it. Just stay there all the time, watching it, okay? So I've put the heat up to medium high, and the colour starts changing to a transparent, and then it starts bubbling. As soon as it starts bubbling, I would not leave the side of that. It just changes from 1 minute to another, and the colour starts like a goldy colour, like that at this present moment, if you can see. And I'm going to add the butter in and start mixing. So watch out, please, watch out. Do not burn yourself because it is red hot. If you've got any kids, don't do caramel next to them, because I wouldn't like that to, no, I don't even want to think about it. So you get it out of the heat and just mix it with the pan. So you're twirling it with the pan, and please be careful, don't leave it any longer on the heat because it will burn. I think I've said it so many times now in the video, it will burn, and it burns very easily. From 1 minute to another you can see it that colour, and then it's dark, and then it's bittery and it's horrible. So I'm going to add now the cream. Watch out because it starts bubbling, and I'll get a spatula and just move it and mix it in. When you've mixed all the cream and the caramel together, I'm just going to put it into a jug and let it cool down. For the frosting, we're going to need 50 grams of butter, 150 grams of cream cheese, whichever you want really, Philadelphia, 300 grams of icing sugar, and then we will need our caramel that's in the jug and I've let cool down. It's not warm, it's just cooling now. And if you want a piping bag, I'm gonna have a piping bag and the round tip. In the bowl I'm going to add the butter, and the cream cheese. Mix well until it's all well combined and nice and smooth. When that's all mixed together, I'm going to put half of the icing sugar. I just like to put half in first and then the other half. And I like to mix at least about 4 minutes. So the good part begins. I'm going to put 4 spoons of caramel into my cream frosting, cheese cream frosting. Doesn't it look delicious, that caramel? You will have caramel left, and what I'm going to do is drizzle it on top of the cupcakes, and then whatever is left, just put it into a jar and leave for another time. That's how the cream cheese frosting has turned out at the end. I'm going to put it into a piping bag. If you don't want to put piping bag, you don't have to. You can just get the knife and just lob it onto the cupcake. But I think it's just nicer and prettier just putting it in a piping bag, really. So that's how the cupcakes have turned out at the end. And what I'm going to do is put the piping bag into the middle and just squeeze until it's gone at the end of the cupcakes. And that's how it is, really. It's very easy. I'm just showing you how to do the rest of them, but it's easy. I think anyone could do that. Well, no, not really, because if you would have saw me the first time I piped, it was hilarious. But you do get better as if you carry on doing it. So this is optional if you want. These are like snowflakes, and I thought they were great for Christmas. I've got some Christmas decorations as well to put on top of the cupcakes, but I just thought they were nice and just petite, really. But if you don't want to put any snowflakes or Christmassy or any sprinkles at all, you don't have to. I just thought they just look great for Christmas. And then I'm going to get my caramel and just get the spoon and sprinkle it from one side to another, and that's how it is, really. It looks hard at first maybe, but it's not that hard. Anyone could do it. So that's how the end of the cupcakes, that's how they've turned out. Sometimes I look at my cupcakes and I think, really, can I eat them? Should I just leave them there because they look so nice? And I just don't want to eat them. And there's the caramel, that's what's left, and I'm just gonna put it into a container and just keep them in cool in the fridge. And that's how they've done. I've done 14 cupcakes there. Great for Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, anytime, autumn time, presents, anything. So I really hope you enjoyed my video. Remember, you can follow me here or my other channel on Facebook. And I'll see you in my next. Bye! This is just a little tip. I'm going to put the caramel into a jar. And when I've put that, I'm just going to let the caramel just cool down. And then I'm going to fill the pan with water and let it boil. Why? Because the caramel won't stick onto the pan, so it won't be hard for us to remove it when we want to clean it. Well, Jamie Oliver helped me there. We could thank him because he was great. So what I've just done is left it there to boil for 10 minutes and then took it out the water, and it's clean. Honestly, try it. I didn't think it worked, but I see a lot of Jamie Oliver's videos on TV, 30 minutes and all that. And what I did was just put it to a boil, and that's it. See? If you see, change of colour, and I've just got it and put it down the sink, and it's clean. Voila! No caramel, no nothing. There you go. See you in the next video. Bye!